Hey y'all, this is Mrs. Wethington, and today we are going to annotate archaeological fact or fiction. This passage comes from the Reading and the Content Area Social Studies book that is published by McGraw-Hill. So to get started, let's flip to the second page because we always read the questions before we read the passage. So starting with question 2, and we will circle back to question 1 when we read page 1. If you haven't already, I need you to grab your screenshots and we will get started. So choose markup in your yellow highlighter. So number 2, this passage is mostly about, please highlight passage, mostly about the lifestyle of the Tequesta Indians, why buildings should not be demolished in Miami, the authenticity of an archaeological site in Miami, or how archaeological sites are excavated. Number 3, the Tequesta Indians lived in the area. Please highlight Tequesta Indians lived in area before the 1500s, in the 1950s, after the 1990s, after the Spanish arrived. Number 4, the information in this passage is, please highlight, information is only factual, B, only speculative, B, factual and speculative, and D, only one person's opinion. I want you to grab your marker and underline speculative. Speculative means like a guess. So choose your highlighter. Number 5, potsherds, stone axes, and beads are examples of A, luxury items, B, things found in the Caribbean, C, things found in the Miami River, or D, artifacts found at the site. So highlight all of these items are examples. And number 6, the word aligned means becomes or became allies with, lined up, strong, deeply carved into the earth. Go in and grab your marker and circle that. And aligned means is what you should highlight. So let's go to click done on this page. Click done again. And scoot over to the first page, please. Let's go in and choose markup. Okay, so let's read question 1. And this is a main idea too broad, too narrow situation. So, an archaeological site found in Miami may not be genuine. B, archaeologists, sometimes find unusual sites. Or potsherds seem to suggest that Tequesta Indians had built the site. So choose your highlighter and highlight main idea, too broad, too narrow. Alright, so come up here to the top and go on and highlight archaeological fact or fiction, which we know as our heading. So we will put that in here somewhere, up here. And we will number our paragraphs. We have 1, 2, 3. And just by what we have read with the questions and looking at the structure of the passage, I believe it is safe to say that this is an informational text. So we'll go on and put that over here, also known as nonfiction. So please read along with me, grab your yellow highlighter, and let's annotate. So, the demolition of downtown Miami, Florida apartment building in 1998 uncovered an archaeological site. The site contained many artifacts and a unique circle of holes cut into limestone bedrock. The 38-foot circle formed by the holes appeared to have an east-west axis that aligned with the rising and setting of the sun on the equinox. Alright, so let's highlight some of this. So, demolition of a Miami, Florida apartment building, 1998, uncovered archaeological site. The site contained many artifacts. And here is the word aligned that we were looking for, so go on and circle that. The formation became known as the Miami Circle. I don't know that you will need it for your questions. I can't remember. Maybe you will. Either way, go in and highlight Miami Circle. Archaeologists, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time today. Robert Carr speculated that the circle and its holes once supported the wall post of a structure. Perhaps the structure was a temple or a council house constructed between 500 and 700 years ago, or was it? Let's go on and highlight 500 and 700 years ago, since it asks us about the time that these people were living in the Miami area. Thousands of genuine artifacts found at the site help to support Carr's theory. The artifacts are typical of the Tequesta Indians who lived in the area before the Spanish arrived in the 1500s. There is our answer. Highlight Tequesta Indians lived in the area before the Spanish arrived in the 1500s. There were potsherds, stone axes, and beads. Also found were a 5-foot shark and a sea turtle. The shark and the sea turtle were buried with their heads to the west and tails to the east. Go in and highlight this because I know that comes up in the questions. Historical preservationists said the Miami Circle was the only cut-and-rock prehistoric structural footprint ever found in eastern North America. However, others question its authenticity. Highlight that. This was because it was embedded in the limestone circle was a 1950 septic tank. This was because embedded in the limestone circle was a 1950 septic tank. Gerald Milanich, curator in archaeology of the Florida Museum of Natural History, wanted to know if Carr's pre-Columbian post holes were actually part of a 1950 septic drain field. Before he would believe that the septic tank and the circle are just a coincidence, as Carr believed, Milanich wanted more evidence. He called for radiocarbon dating. Highlight Milanich wanted more evidence. He called for radiocarbon dating, soil samples, and exams of the tool marks on the inside of the holes. Said Milanich, when faced with coincidences and mysteries, an archaeologist needs to eliminate alternative explanations. So after you finish annotating, I need you to answer your questions, and then you will go on SchoolNet and enter your answer choices into SchoolNet. If you have any questions, as always, please email me. Thank you.